All right. I think we are going. Okay. Hey everybody, we're back after a week hiatus there. This is It was weak.
We're back.
I don't have anything. We're back, and this is Wayfarer Things Beyond Wonder. Our live stream looks like it's playing here. Yeah. Looks good. Okay.
If you can see and hear us, it's working.
Yeah. Okay. So we got cut off last time we played 2 weeks ago. It only recorded the first half. Or so.
True.
So we missed out on probably all the stuff that happened in the Soul Market.
All I know is the best we've ever played.
Yeah,
It was the
I
best
know. It
story.
was the best we've had. It's gone now. Nothing but a memory for us.
Dolomite didn't accidentally kill anyone.
No, she didn't. Oh, was that not last session? I think that was.
What did the last session record?
Oh, maybe that part might be in the ether.
That
So maybe nobody had to.
Nobody had to miss that.
Take an agreeableness hit. Nah.
Yeah. So I've just got it on Pilgrim's Pardon right now, but we'll kind of figure out where we're going. Why don't we take a vote as a group where we start? So we've got 3 different wings of the story at the moment. We've got King Eric.
Yes. Thank
In the
Bloodline place.
yeah, the Bloodlands.
Are they still there? Because I wasn't present.
They are still there, so we'll have to catch you up on that. Okay. We got the Soul Market where Moses and Slip and Havard are right now, and then we've got Teledrome where Sabrina and Arlo and presumably Kess are located. Dolomite.
Same person.
Same person.
Same thing.
Solomite.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like maybe the Slip, Moses, Havard group are going to be going to the Bloodlands.
It does sound that way.
So I don't know if we'll be meeting up there.
Did you read ahead?
Are we prepared for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Well, the where we left off with the Soul Market was
Just
we're all
that.
going to do some shopping, and then
For souls?
yeah, they go buy some souls. Yeah, everyone was like, get into the soul business.
Like mine, maybe I can upgrade.
So we can start there. That's where we
So which characters are we?
So it's going to be Moses, Slip, which is Kess, and Havard. So
And what is our? Remind me. What are we attempting to do?
So yeah, I don't think we.
why don't you guys
Yeah, I
catch
don't think
Nate up on what happened with that last
So
session?
we found out who owned Vizic's soul, which is Zin, which is a guy who deals in souls and is kind of a charismatic dude.
Okay, I remember like we found that out, but we hadn't gone to.
From the librarian. So yeah, we went to the
Yeah.
actual trader.
So we found him, we talked to him, we charmed him, and he said that he sold his soul, or sold Vizic's soul to some nasty like demon dudes in Bloodlands.
Balmore.
Balmore, the Gouger. Yeah.
And we need to go see him.
Yikes. Okay.
And Zin is willing to take us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's kind of, he might have something up his sleeve, who knows? But for now, he's charmed enough. But it's from by proxy, a roll that Moses did. Not like a 666, I think, or something to get on his side.
Okay.
So yeah, there was a potential that he could hire us on as like part of his company by finding our souls, but it sounded bad.
He said, "Look, I can get you into Balmor's hold, and you'll be one of my guests, and that's fine. It could still be very dangerous, though. If I make you part of he said, if he makes you part of his retinue, like your employees, then you're gonna be. He's like pretty sure you're just gonna be safe, no problem.
It's like a work visa.
But he's got a policy that he has to soul bind everyone who works for him, and basically he would do it. You're only soul bound for the time, like they're an agreed upon time, like 24 hours or however long you guys think it's going to take, right? And then after that, the contract is expired. But, just have to let you know that if anything happens to violate your contract in that time, then, yeah, you would...
And do we agree to do this?
You did not agree to do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I think most people were aiming towards.
I think my Nate transmission at that time was, what are we gonna do, guys?
Spot on.
Yeah. Classic name.
Classic Nate.
Okay, well, let's. So where is this here?
So right now we're in the Soul Market. This is this is just a big castle that I'm using because I was too lazy. I didn't really make a map. It's not like we haven't really had any combats here or anything. But Havard wanted some time, and Slip, I believe, wanted some time to check out the Soul Market first and spend some loot.
Havard was gonna go to wherever the spell library was.
Yeah.
Moses would just say that's fine, but you guys should hurry because.
So on that note, then, does Moses want to wait with Zin, or do you want to go with them into the market?
Yeah, I'm gonna come with them.
You're gonna go with them, okay.
But I'm gonna be suggesting.
Are you sure you don't want to separate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna suggest we hurry because we don't know.
Divide your effectiveness.
We don't know how much time we have before whatever the cultists are trying to do. Right? You guys know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cultists, whatever they're up to, could be happening at any time.
It feels like we should toughen up somehow before we go to the Bloodlands. Magically, if we can.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, yeah, do what you guys gotta do.
Well, okay, so you accompany them into the Soul Market, and again, it's this big bazaar of rotating tent stalls and some permanent fixtures, and it's just bizarre mythosapiens from around the known worlds and beyond. A lot of undead servants and bound souls, obviously, and bound souls are the sort of gray-skinned people that are
That we found in the
like you found in the Bloodlands. Yeah, exactly.
Not these characters, but
Yeah, and there's all kinds of just aliens, creatures from the Ninth World, worlds like trolls and dwarves and things. But
I'm gonna go reave them souls.
dark crystally kind of species that you've never seen before. A lot of Dividaki. There's a lot of Dividaki in the Soul Market. So yeah, there was the central library. That wasn't necessarily where you were going. You were kind of looking for spell vendors. They are there. Yeah. So yeah. Who wants to roll a d10 for me?
2.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the three of you are. How are you approaching this exactly? You're just walking into the market and having a look around.
that's correct.
We're gonna crawl backwards.
Crawl backwards. Okay.
You're gonna ringu.
Kind of a crab walk. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like The Exorcist, the upside down backwards crab walk.
Oh, did
Or
they?
that spider thing from Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
that. They did in The Exorcist, but it was a deleted scene that was later added back in. I don't know why they cut it because it's super creepy.
That is super creepy.
Something like that.
I mean, it's not creepy anymore because every other movie's done it
Right.
a million times.
Yeah,
since
I
then.
imagine in 1973 it was.
I imagine, yeah, in 1973 when Linda Blair did it, it was incredibly creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way into the market, and again, just bizarre things everywhere. Not a lot of stuff that's super familiar to you. But you're looking out for spells in particular. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get something here.
Would I know anything about good preparations for the Bloodlands?
Did you get a good lore test on the Bloodlands? Did you know anything about it? We can do that now,
Yeah.
just in case.
I'll do a lore check.
So 663.
663. That's pretty good.
A 632.
Yeah, it's like a demonic realm. It's ruled over by demons and bound souls, and that's right. You did know about it because you knew that there were human tribes that lived there.
Right.
Yeah, that actually lived in the wastes.
But Kess doesn't know
No.
what to look for in the
No.
market.
I mean, you don't.
Why not?
You think water would be good? You think that yeah, going in with some water and like some rations because it's a pretty inhospitable place.
You might have to eat people.
Well, if you're Furman, then just
I mean,
you know.
you know. Other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, not him because
That's
there's too much meat to lug around once you off
You know what I
him.
mean?
So
You'd have to try some of it.
Moses is probably perfect for that. Yeah,
That's always your focus.
he's just hyper focused
Like
on the
3
yeah.
games in
It's
a row.
really bizarre.
I didn't know there was going to be a theme of cannibalism in this campaign.
That is the theme. I'm pretty sure we're working towards that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay.
It's the whole time. But any like type of weapons or magical things that would be good in particular against these demon type things?
Warding spells, probably.
White magic, you know, there's some white magic spells that would be useful to kind of like dispel demons and things like that. It's usually more helpful if they're in universes that aren't their own.
Right.
But warding for sure, yeah. You'd be looking for some kind of like a priest, maybe like a follower of the luminous goddess is one that would be that'd be handy. But you don't know if they have a temple here or anything. So yeah, you're keeping an eye out. Here, sorry, I gotta get a name here. Get a random event.
Hillbilly?
Hillbilly. This hillbilly
Not this
hippie
again.
transformed.
We'll just
No.
do this all night. It's so
No,
fun.
we're not doing this.
So a little,
Oh, yeah.
little plug for behind the name there. Gun. We see that name a lot.
Yeah, that's the problem. Norse. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you are approached as you're walking through the crowd by a sort of hunched, pointy-headed, pointy-eared troll creature, but he's like human-sized. You can give me lore tests on that, actually, like Arcana.
I'm not even understand.
654.
654.
655.
Okay,
6.
you're gonna get a lower DV for this, but you all know this to be a troll spawn. So this is a half human, half troll. They're usually like bred en masse for like armies, and the Jotun would like send them against their enemies in Jotunheim, right? But he comes up to you and sort of pathetically introduces himself as Ulf.
As a highborn, especially like a scorned highborn, you might have some like indemnity towards these guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a highborn Jotun, right? So this is
And
like,
especially because people
this is like
are
lower than a
"Ah,
troll. This is like the
a
lowest.
highborn with horns.
Yeah, I imagine there's kind of a
Yeah, you
a
might have-
stigma back home.
Yeah.
Because it's like a question about his ancestry,
And
basically.
especially
And you have high
because-
agreeableness, right?
Well, and his openness is
7.
low.
Yeah, low openness.
Low openness. Do you think you're favorable toward trolls, or do you think you still think they're?
With that, I mean, there might be there's a slight kinship, right, for all the
Nine worlds
around,
people.
like
Yeah.
like even the ones that really.
I think
hate
any
each other.
refugee from the Nine Worlds feels that way. Yeah.
Like even
yeah.
if the elves and dwarves hate each other, they're still like okay,
Right.
At least you made it. At least you're familiar.
No. Never with an elf.
Okay, so he introduces himself as Ulf, and he kind of defers to you, and says, "Oh, mighty highborn of Jotunheim, I am but a lowly lost soul." And he is a soul. He is like gray skinned and sort of like faded looking, but he has this sort of animated quality that a lot of the other souls you see wandering around don't. And he tells you that he is a free agent, a soul who's yet unclaimed, and he's looking for a master that will be merciful, and he will sell himself to you. Bargain rate.
Savvy do that?
Yeah, sure.
It's not a good savvy. It's a 1 on 0 dice.
Okay, a 1 on 0 dice.
You think he is straight
That's
up?
about as good as it gets. You're like,
You've never been more sure of anything.
this person wants to serve you forever.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what is happening.
Moses is going to speak up and just say, what can you offer us? How would you be of help to us?
Because I'm a man of many talents and abilities. Put me to work. I can clean. I can lift things. I can fight for you.
Demonstrate.
And he's wearing, all he's wearing is like a ragged loincloth, and like that's actually it. He's got nothing on him. He's got no like. His muscles look kind of atrophied and sagging. Because like a lot of these guys basically look like Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings, but like kind of pointier heads.
So
like a ridge,
is
like
he
Neanderthal ridge.
corporeal?
Yeah, he's corporeal. Yeah.
So his clothes rags are like real rags. They're not ghost rags.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghost rags.
Ghost dad.
That's what I was thinking.
So
how did you lose a claim to your soul?
Because my master was killed and the contract was nullified, but now I'm free and I can't leave this place, and anyone can take me if they want me.
what's your price?
Says give me an offer.
Free, and we'll take you out of here.
Yeah, free 99. What's the standard rate? I'll offer him lower than that.
I don't know if
I wouldn't know. Okay.
Edward will say,
Hooplets?
we have a way out of this place. I think that should be payment enough for now.
Yes, of course. Everything I would have would belong to you immediately anyhow.
If you could demonstrate your abilities, Troll Spawn.
Is this how souls work? Like, if their master dies, like, would I
sometimes in like so you've tested on this kind of stuff before, so I think you just know this. Sometimes under the right circumstances a soul will just kind of be loose, and then it's sort of free to walk around until anyone who has those kind of like soul binding magic spells can just grab the person. So a lot of times when this happens, and it isn't real common, that soul will be like really quick to try to pawn themselves off on somebody else and make a deal with pretty much anybody they can that isn't gonna like torment them for eternity or be terrible to them, because they've already sort of sold themselves before in life, and so now they're just resigned to this. Like this is what they're gonna do.
Why can't he just leave?
He's bound by the very matter of what he is. Like once you're a bound soul, that's what you are for the rest of eternity. So yes, it's eternal life, but you're manipulable by mystic forces and stuff.
And I can tell that he's free. I can tell that like he's not trying to resell a soul that he's already owned.
Yeah, you don't think he'd be able to if that were the case. Yeah. Like there's a real limited way that they can even act when they're bound.
Would I be able to find his soul?
Pretty much any arcanist, anybody with magic can do it. And you assume that's probably why he's come to you guys. He's drawn to the fact that you
stink of magic.
Yeah. And you're maybe a little more powerful, but also the fact that you're Jotun, Ivorn Jotun. He's like comfortable serving somebody like you. So
Yeah, more natural, I guess.
I'll say, Havard, you can bring him if you like, but you'll be responsible for him.
And as a troll spawn, he's especially misshapen. Like his face is droopy, one eye's like really big and saucery, and the other's sort of like squinty and kind of like goes in with a drooping face. He's got like one big tusk on the other side, and a like overbite fang on the other side. Yeah. No cauliflower. That's what he says. No cauliflower growths.
We should warn him where we're going before he agrees to it.
You're gonna have to clean up after him and walk him.
You feed them to.
You will train them yourselves, and if they die,
you gotta clean up soul poop all the time.
Where we are going may be worse than where you are now.
Where are you going?
It's a bad place. Bad place.
I've seen bad places. Well, my master lived in the Bloodlands.
Oh.
It's Jake's poker face.
Well, we'll defer to Moses. He'll have enough wherewithal.
I'll say, well, that's where we're heading ourselves. Do you know your way around the Bloodlands?
After a fashion, yes.
Elaborate.
Yes, my master was a soul merchant, and he traveled the Bloodlands and dealt with the demonic forces there. Says, how long will you be there?
Not long. What are we doing there again? Metagame really quick.
And you are a powerful sorcerer, yes?
Oh yes, among the most powerful. And fine.
Yeah, then I'll show you around the Bloodlands. Then I can be your guide.
All right. If you cause us any trouble, we'll leave you there.
Does anybody else want a savvy on this guy? Was it only Jake?
I think I got it
I
covered.
also have one die.
Jake's got a handle.
I'll stab you. 661.
I rolled a 2 with no dots.
Okay.
Oh no, 662.
You're not sure you can trust him, really, to be totally
What would my
honest.
record? Let's say he proved to be more trouble than he's worth. Once you buy a soul, can you abandon it?
You can. And also, there's not really any way they can betray you once they kind of bind themselves to you. So, yeah. But, so, he just seems really desperate. Like, that's the, you know.
He's probably not going to be reliable.
I'll tell him. I'll say we'll bring you with us, and if you prove valuable, we'll see you out of there. But if you cause us any problems or are dishonest with us, we'll leave you there.
Yeah, and you know, by the way, that it's within your power as, like, multiverse travelers. You could go to a place and, like, set them free, and then they'd just be able to do whatever they want. And so...
Let's not do that in the Wetlands.
No, but that is something you have power to do. Yeah.
But anyway, so I warn him that we will leave him there if he tries anything funny.
Yeah, okay, so of course.
Who was your master?
He gives you a name of a soul merchant who you've never heard of.
It's not Balmor, though.
No, it's Vicaron the Blue.
And is that who took you to the Wetlands?
It says, yes, he was double crossed by Balmor the Gouger.
Well, that's who we're gonna go see.
Oh, okay. He starts like looking around the market a little bit. Well, that's okay.
What do you know of this Balmor?
Balmorg.
What do you know of this Balmor?
Balmorg, he's the fiercest of demon kings. And he rules over the hordes of the Dreth, a race of half-mortal demonic beasts. He delights in torment. He collects souls and tortures them forever, for eternity. He is the keeper of the Mother Pit,
which is
a horrible contraption to which a steep pit which leads to oblivion itself. Those who betray Balmorg are thrown in, and they are erased from memory across the multiverse.
Is that what happened to your master?
No, because I can remember him. So you wouldn't be able to remember him if that was what happened. Yeah.
Well, he has something we need. We're going to find him.
Okay. All right. So cool. Yeah. You're gonna find him then. Yeah. So.
I guess so. You just
Yeah.
let the staff know.
Yeah. Just bing. You want to give me an arcane test? What do you? What's your best? Is it blue?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, what else do you have?
Or
Arcana?
yeah, just Arcana blue.
Oh, just blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Arcana Blue, that sounds like a good name for like a jazz album.
Yeah, it does kind of.
So 6,
Yeah.
6, 4.
Or a liquor.
Red liquor. Yeah. 664.
Yeah.
Okay. You got yourself a soul. So
All right.
yeah, you're a troll spawn servant.
So what I just do like a kind of magical.
Yeah, you just sort of attune him to you, like kind of like you would like a familiar, right?
Yeah, okay,
And yeah, because he's offering it. It's something that comes from him. Like it's not something necessarily that you can do, but because of your magic, you can interact with it, right?
So he's got soul and he's super bad.
And he's bad. Yeah. Okay, so you do find your way to a stall selling spell scrolls, written in the gods' tongue. What are you looking for exactly? And the slip looking for spells too?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Mostly
Probably.
warding, protecting.
Yeah, protection.
Sure. Can you give me the stack of cards there? Just all that stuff.
There's like this stuff.
Would there be a spell that would like help us find what we were looking for? You know what I mean? Like a spell that like gives you
Thing you still haven't found?
we still haven't found what we're looking for.
Right.
What are you two talking about?
But you know what I mean? Are there spells like that?
There are spells like that.
I'll take one of those.
So let's see here.
I'll give it to you.
Let me
I don't spell.
figure out exactly
you
what
can't
we
spell.
have.
I can't spell.
What am I digging through here? It looks like these are people's hero cards. Maybe that's okay.
I'm missing some cards, certainly.
Bet you some are in there.
This was just with my sheet, and I don't know if these would be. I don't think Slip would have outlaw cards.
No. Did Slip draw cards?
I don't think he
I
had.
don't think so. These were just with the sheet, so I didn't know.
Slip would have had mage cards.
There's 2 mage ones.
Yeah.
We'll have to get these cards organized. I think I wrote down on the back of sheets what people have for their
Really?
spells. If I filled out your sheet, then I did. Aha! I didn't. So, did I?
You didn't on mine.
No.
Okay.
Aha! That's a great use
I
of
didn't.
an aha.
Would Moses have outlaw cards?
Ah.
Yeah, but I have them.
Oh, but you already have.
Bilby had outlaw cards. Sabrina has outlaw cards.
Have a warrior cards over here?
Warrior cards would have been.
None of your characters. Did you play my character last week?
I did.
Maybe those go here, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably.
That's probably
Oh
why.
yeah, those are Eric's.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We got it figured out.
It's King Eric, buddy.
Not anymore, dude.
King Eric, buddy.
We defeated some
My buddy.
tentacles last week.
Oh yeah, I
You
forgot.
did. Yeah, you chopped up some tentacles and yeah. That was pretty-
I never
pretty
was
badass.
ever worried.
Wherever I go, he's gonna go.
Okay. These really got warped.
So yeah, I buy one. Show us the path,
So,
Spell.
and
and I give it to Havard.
Havard and Slip.
Yeah,
This
what's-
is a full magical emporium. They have all kinds of like they're claiming to be selling guild secrets, and you know it looks like pretty standard spellcraft fare.
Yeah.
But they have it, and in addition to that, the merchant is a woman in long kind of purple robes with like gold embroidering and this like kind of mask over her face that has this kind of like this big horn sort of frame around it. And she says, not only do we have spells, but we have for some hooplets, you can access our time chambers, and basically it's a study you can go into that's in a pocket universe where for every minute that passes here, a day passes there, and you're able to like train. And essentially, what it would do is give you experience points for money and the ability to spend those experience on specific skills.
Well, what happens when you go in there is you get a turtle against a stair, and you just jump on it over and over again.
That's right. There's a turtle there.
You rack up all
If you jump right on the edge,
Right.
you can let go. You don't even have to do
Yeah.
anything. It's just
And you just get coins.
automatically you just get coins. Yeah, it's pretty broken.
So
That's
you approach her and she says, "Some may call this junk, but me, I call it treasure."
Does that fall out?
Skyrim.
Skyrim. No, yeah, that's right. Do they all say that?
No, just the
It's
dude
a
in white.
can.
The
It's a
dude-
canon one, I think, that a few.
It is. Yeah.
And then they walk into a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that includes, by the way, the ability to purchase up chromatic magic skills
Oh,
if
okay.
you wanted to like branch into other.
Bro, go get yoked for the Bloodline
Yeah.
fight.
So essentially,
Well, time chamber.
Do it.
Yeah, how many credits would that take us?
so it'll take in hooplets, but you haven't like done your money transfer yet,
Right. we
right?
need to-
No.
well, I think we need to do that.
They gotta
Yeah.
have it somewhere in the market.
Yeah.
Ooh, Moses has no money to help. He has
But you
5
do,
credits.
don't you?
Yeah, I want a ton from the.
How much do you have?
Like 16,000.
16,000. Yeah.
Because I already had like 5,000.
Jake's characters end up like acquiring crap somehow,
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Never using it, but
and then getting stripped naked.
So the merchant seems to size you up, and she says for 1,000 hooplets, you can spend a day in the time chamber.
A day in whose time?
In that time,
Oh, so that's like
a minute.
yeah.
1,000 credits a minute, 1,000 hooplets a minute, and you're gonna need to get that transferred.
I'll ask her what is the hooplet to
Dominion credit
this.
for
She says, "Oh, I won't take whatever that is, but you'll have to go to a money changer."
and they're around here.
Yes, I'll direct. She directs you to one. There's a
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Dividaki in a booth down the way that has a bunch of like machines for transferring and banking.
He'll start trying to. He'll kind of shoulder over. I guess we're all together. Probably.
Yeah.
It'll be like put Moses in front of the screen. Like, it's like okay.
So yeah, the Dimadaki sees you approaching and says, "You look like outsiders. You probably have some Commonwealth credits that you want to get transferred over."
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can do that. It's gonna be of course, 40% draw for me to do that.
543 savvy.
You think you're getting highballed?
He said what?
Right.
What was the amount he said?
40. He's gonna take 40% to
20.
transfer. Huh?
I counter with 20.
20. Okay, give me a barter test. Maybe like charisma, and if you have the barter skill.
Oh, I have barter.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Do you want to take this one? And do you want to assist?
Six with 1 dice. Oh no, I have a -1. 5 with 1 dice.
Okay, so he's assisting you with that. Okay.
You got any bonus?
Yeah, 652.
Nice.
652. Okay. He says, "Do you want to assist with this, or are you just not very good at it?" You
On
could
0
hurt.
dice. I mean, he could harm.
He
it,
could hurt,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's gonna.
Says 30. Final offer. Okay. Yep. All right. So how much do you want to exchange?
It's up to you,
Probably a big chunk of them, right? I mean, so it was 1,000 train.
Yeah.
Did I see the price of any of the spells?
So basically, it's like the point cost times 100, right?
Yeah.
So you can look through. There's spells of every color. So
Okay.
yeah.
And then what's the rate the hooplets to credits? Is just
It'll be 1 for 1 after you pay 30% to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You're gonna get spelled up.
Do you want to buy stuff for me too?
Well,
Nope.
We'll get you one.
I mean,
The lollipop spell.
It's for your own safety.
No, it's not.
You know what? You know what? Make it a diplomacy test.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
Sure. It's a 511.
So 1,000 credits, and you haven't like haggled on this yet. You could attempt that too. 1,000 credits per minute, which is the day, right? Is going to equate to +1 experience point to universal, right? Or I guess it would technically be skill.
Yeah, because you're hyper focusing on spell stuff.
Yeah. It can only be spent on whatever you're studying toward, right? So skill points, and that can go to increase your skill ranks or to buy spells. And the spells have like, if you wanted to get Icy Embrace, which is a red spell, that'd be 2 points, right?
Yeah, and the skill to learn it. And then,
But it would cost you 200 credits to buy this or hooplets to buy the actual spell in the first place. So maybe the two of you need to look at the spell wares and kind of figure out what you want to do. Here's the remaining blue. Here's the red spells, black spells. I think Slip has a kind of universal Dividaki.
Yeah.
So Slip can learn anything and use anything with that skill that has a cost of 2 or less.
Okay.
From any school. So if it doesn't cost more than that, you don't need to worry about it. But if you want to get like actual arcana from the chromatic schools, you'll have to learn ranks in the skill. But the merchant will tell you only 1 person per that's per person.
Right.
Yeah, they're like you can double up on the time chamber and that's just fine, but you got to pay per person to go in.
okay.
Could I teach Havard how to summon the Giboid creatures?
You could, yeah,
I
absolutely.
technically,
In fact,
so I got the scroll for that.
you have the scroll for that.
So
Yeah.
then to train it, that'd be, you could train me how to.
Oh yeah, we got to write down how that works.
Pay me for that service and stuff.
Standard summon.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that'll make that a fair. Like that's the trade.
Sure.
She trains me in, and if she knows how to train the words of power as well, I don't know. I got that from someone.
Oh
so.
yeah, Words of Power is the comprehend spell in there. That's the one right there. Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, you could learn that, and you'd be able to. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, he'll have a little kind of talk with the Slip about. He's like, well, I mean, I don't really use these credits, so
How much are you transferring into hooplets?
Probably a pretty big chunk. I mean, I
Figure that out before you do it.
It's the
Yeah,
daily
gonna be-
double, dude. You gotta.
It's gonna be if you're gonna do the whole thing. 30% of 1,600 is
Well, 3 grand.
16,000.
16,000. Yeah.
16,000.
Yeah, so
Yeah, sorry,
you know, if it was
16,000.
10, it'd be 3 grand plus.
Right,
three
plus
or
another
plus 2, so 5.
Yeah, 5 grand. Okay,
So,
so
you got like 11.
well, 0.5.
Well, it'd be 5 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
5
done.
grand
Right.
is
Right.
16,000.
Right.
So 11,000 left over. In
Yeah.
hooplets.
Yeah. If you were to get it all transferred to hooplets, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like 11 experience points, but then you got to pay for spells too.
Spells.
So you're gonna have to want to figure
like,
that out. And
this-
does Moses really want to wait around for 11 minutes while you?
I think if
Come on, guys, we gotta.
No, I would. If he's gonna be super powered after this, I'm down.
Well, if Moses could root around in the refrigerator and get me a beer, that would be awesome. Because I'm sort of stuck.
Are we talking IRL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if you're going there, could you grab my superfood? It's in there too.
Sure.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think Maverick's gonna go all in. I think he's pretty hungry for magic.
Okay, yeah, you're like this is where I spend my money anyways.
It's pretty juicy.
Yeah.
It's too juicy.
So they'll say, I gotta warn you, we're not going to be providing food and water. So you want to make sure that you've supplied yourself for however long you'll be staying.
We need to get rations anyway.
Yeah.
Perhaps does Moses have any money for
No, but if you give me some, I'll go procure what we need while you train.
For rations?
Yeah.
I only have 740 credits.
I have 5.
So slips might be enough for like the I don't know for the food. For the
How many credits do you have?
740.
Oh yeah, no, you're
So
no problem.
you just want to spend that. For
No
like,
problem. I think
restaurant.
if you spent like 100, we'll say you're totally good
And
for.
that's going to be food for our
Both
team
of
study,
as
well as going into the Bloodlands.
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
You'll be.
I'll
We'll
give you
say you
Thanks.
have a couple weeks left over after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might leave that with Moses.
It's like it's basically like $100 worth of groceries,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
which like
It could last you for
it would last me like a day.
And skills are 2, 6, 12, right?
Yes. I'm gonna double check that. But.
So going up to like a +2 would be 8 points, right?
Yeah. Going from a 1 to a 2 would be a right because they're bumps.
6.
Would be
Right,
6
yeah.
points. Would be 6
Yeah.
points. 2, 6, 12, 20.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're only gonna go to +3 as the max. So.
Chips are not happy.
Mhm.
Tame them with beer. No.
So in the meantime, Moses, you're just
I'll go with
hanging
Slip
out.
to get food.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and save this here.
Okay.
And while you are both are working on that, I'm gonna switch over to the Teledrome.
Okay.
So
Arlo was waiting in the hospital for Sabrina to get better.
yeah.
I don't think I have a character here, so I'm gonna use the restaurant.
You do not have a character here. That's
All
correct.
good.
This is Glop's frog magic guy.
There we go. I got it. Nice. We'll call this the Soul Market, even though it's just a big castle. Soul Market. Alright.
Is there a
Okay.
cap on how many spells we can have?
No, there's no cap. You can just, for now, that's how that works.
However much
Yeah.
we can spend.
But like you have to pay for each use of it, right? So if you wanted lightning bolt twice, you'd have to buy it twice, and then that's your daily usage or whatever. Okay. What were we using for Teledrome? Oh yeah, was it Magnifab? It was Magnifab, wasn't it? See, it
Yes. No, we were using Dominion. Whatever you used for the Dominion
Let's see if it was this.
with the gates.
Fascinating gaming right now.
Yes.
Is that what we're using? No.
You sure?
No. It was
It wasn't, yeah, maybe it was Mountain Pike because it was like a wider corridor.
yeah.
It was like 3 wide.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Teledrome Station. That's
It's
probably
it's
the one.
Teledrome
Huh?
Station.
Yeah. So, Sabrina,
Yeah.
you wake up after getting gut shot by one of those little putty robots. I believe that's what shot you.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You blacked out, and you wake up, and you're in a hospital bed, and there's a bunch of robotic nurses around you, and
Okay.
sort of attending to everything in the room. There's a whole bunch of people in this big sort of hospital sick bay area, and they greet you and say, welcome back. You are now in debt to the Teledrome, to Teledrome Omnidimensional Broadcasting Corporation for your hospital bill of, and it's like 300,000 credits. You're welcome for saving your life.
Awesome.
So it says we've taken the liberty to check your funding, and it appears that you are not able to pay. So this isn't a problem. There are plenty of opportunities on Teledrome Station for employment.
Okay.
To work off your debt.
Fuckers.
Give me a streetwise test. I think
It
would be
is-
the best, or study known worlds. Either one.
Is she waking
I'm
up?
straight eyes.
You're out there. You're out.
Well, yeah, because I was out. Balls.
What'd you get?
Well, I was out trying snake
2-1.
eyes. Yeah.
2-1. Okay. Well, you're like, oh, that sucks. But I mean,
I'm alive.
you're alive, so extra dice here. Well, they say you will not be allowed to leave the station until your debt is secured and your belongings have been held for the time being. And if you wish to relinquish them to us, we will take their total value, their total market value off of the debt.
One Dominar.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be kept captive?
If you're waiting for friends to come and assist you and give you the money you need, you will be given a grace period. But again, you are not able to leave the station.
Where's Arlo?
You don't see him. He's yeah.
He left you a note. No, he was gonna leave.
You don't see Arlo or Dolomite.
He sent you a.
Maybe tried to write it in blood.
No.
That sounds familiar.
We joked about that, but we were gonna. He was trying to find like pen and a
I think
paper.
you're like,
Yeah,
almost okay.
yeah.
But it,
I'll write in blood. I'll eat you in flesh. It's just it's like you're like the it's like the cannibal survival guide.
Arlo sent you a message to your pad though. Hopefully,
Oh, that's right. But you do not have that.
I got a 6-5 on intuition.
They do tell you a 6-5 on intuition.
Yeah.
Ooh, you think that this is not going to be a good arrangement. Whatever happens is not going to be in your best interest. Yeah.
Oh, great. And I don't have my data pad.
No, you don't have your data pad, but they say there was a message left for you by your traveling companion, Arlo. He said that he would be back. What did you say exactly? Let's read the message out to him.
Yeah, I mean, basically that he's out trying to get help, and that everything's gonna be okay. You'll see.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Sabrina has a 300,000 credit medical bill,
Oh God.
which Teledrome says they can tell she's unable to pay, but they have lots of employment opportunities on the station to work that debt off.
Oh my God.
So
Oh
that's
my God.
anyway.
Sold your soul to the company store.
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't mean to. Obviously.
No.
Didn't really have a choice, I wouldn't say. So you're given your things. Your body aches a little bit, but you're able to get out of the hospital bed. Your stomach has been kind of like nanite repaired, so you've got like a scar tissue, which is even healing, but slowly. And you don't have your heart suit. You don't have your like your shiver blade or your gun.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's been taken. You've just been given like your. They probably did leave your heart suit actually, because it's basically his clothing.
Right.
So that's what you have, but that doesn't technically belong to you. They make a point of that. But for decency purposes, you can keep that for now. Yeah, you're given. They come over and they say they're going to give you a hollow stamp to kind of like make sure that security knows that you're.
Sabrina's like this close to the edge anyway, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
She might flip out.
She might flip out.
She goes with it for now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's so are you just gonna wait there? Or are you gonna
Yeah,
go?
I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, you're doing what?
I was trying to get a hold of what's his name at the sleazy rag.
Oh, Scoopers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Stylo. And
Yeah.
did you?
I don't know. I don't know that we ever established it. I was trying to get the word out to Stylo. I was also trying to, and I also called the Mages Guild.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. You did contact the Mages Guild, but I
Yeah.
think you're out of money, right?
Yeah, I've got 112 credits left.
Not enough for another call. Is
No.
what we determined. Okay. So you get an alert on your device saying your traveling companion Sabrina has authorized us to contact you and has listed you as the primary contact here at Children's Station, I assume.
Word.
And it basically informs you of her debt, and it says if you or any immediate family have access to funds to alleviate this debt, please come to the Telegram Station Hospital and
Now,
take care of it.
just because I've been to the Teledrome before,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to roll it in as like reason-based domestics. Like, do I know of any? Like, basically, can I put this into litigation?
Give me like do you have a Streetwise Teledrome?
No, but like
Domestics? You have domestics?
Yeah.
Give me a
Well,
domestics. give me a domestics test.
he's
and
been-
I'll up the
he has a
DV.
Teledrome, +2. I got a 6-4.
Oh yeah, you do have the Teledrome +2.
So he's been to Teledrome before.
Okay, so let's make that a 6-6 then. Okay, it sort of just dawns on you now, like, oh shit, like they're gonna own Sabrina until she pays that debt off, and they're gonna put her on like reality shows.
Right.
If if you don't, she's gonna go on like life or death quiz shows.
So like, I'm basically trying. I'm trying to hold up this process. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to draw this out.
Drawing it out is pretty tough. They generally have about a 24-hour hold, and then they bring in security into it.
Okay.
But right now, yeah.
You could tell Zemo.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say what about
He's
the
pretty
VR?
agreeable right now.
Yeah.
You could.
Cool, Daddy-O.
He's got plenty of funds, but the problem is
I
he's
don't-
got
I know.
that combine money.
I can't
You
contact
can't
him.
reach anybody.
But we're supposed.
You know
to
that they're
be-
going to be really inflexible on that too. You can't be like, I know a guy and he's going to be able to pay this no problem. They're like, well,
But here's the thing.
can't afford the phone
Here's the
call.
thing.
then.
Like I know that.
Capitalism.
Yeah, I know that Gunvor is waiting for us.
Gunmore is waiting for you. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go tell Sabrina
Okay.
that I'm gonna go talk to Gunvor,
Okay.
and then I'll tell Gunvor that we're gonna talk to the what's his name, Zentari guy, Zebo, about seeing what we can do about this debt.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Is this group unaware that Zebo was like tainted by the cultists or whatever? Had you guys already?
no, we know.
I think they know.
But we also know that he's like really soft brained
Very
right
pliant
now.
at the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Agreeable.
maybe like and also Zebo would love to if he can come around to it, he would love to know that they have taken Dolomite as well.
Yeah.
against her will.
Exactly.
And so what Arlo's going to try and do here, while extricating himself from the situation, he's going to try to start a thing between the Combine and Teledrome, and see if he can't shake you loose and her loose in the friction there.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
was basically, throw a mouse into the elephant pen.
Are you guys decided on your spell stuff?
Yeah.
Well, how do we need just one day enough?
One day will
Well,
give
there's
you
more experience.
1 experience point. It's enough for you to spend however much experience you need to, I think. Well,
If you have experience built up,
yeah, if you have experience
Yeah.
built up, I think it's enough. Yeah. You can spend whatever you have, but you're only going to get +1 experience per day you put in.
You guys can do 10 days or whatever. We got 10 minutes.
Well, that would only
Well,
leave
that's
1,000
2,000
over for
apiece.
that'd be 20,000.
Oh,
you
the
got to figure out
cost.
like.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what am I using the experience? Like how does that work?
So okay, so the spells, if it's 2 points, it will cost you 2 experience points to buy the spell. The time we don't need to really worry about that too much,
Right.
but you'll have to pay for extra experience in the form of days.
Yeah. So essentially, we'd each get 5 days of experience, right? If we're using the max amount, that'd be 10,000. Then we'd have like 1,000 left over to buy spells, maybe. So the spells are going to be per point 100.
Right. Yeah. So I've got 900 here of ones that I can.
Let's say hi to Addie real quick.
Right, and cost-wise, those cost the point cost times 100.
Right. Yes.
Okay, you got
That's
that.
what I
Okay.
figured.
Yeah. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, kid.
Hi.
Yes.
So I've got 1,100. So
1,100 worth of spells.
of spells, and you don't have to learn them necessarily. That just gets you
Right.
them. So that's 10,000, or that's 2,000 for just buying the spells.
Yeah.
That leaves us 9,000. Should we just do? Since it's hit, Howard will get 5 days. Slip gets 4 experience. Is that the same?
So it'll be 5 experience, 4 experience.
If
Yeah.
you want to spend all your money.
Yeah, he's going
So-
all in. Like,
Okay.
Now, to learn chromatic spells, you're going to have to buy up ranks in at least
Right.
1 rank in that chromatic skill. So
yeah.
so that's something you want to factor. If you want to buy some black magic skills,
You
you're
have to
gonna
have at least one.
you have to have at least 1 rank, which is going to
Okay.
be 2 points for a +1.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about that because you have the Divinaki magic. If the spells are
Yeah,
only
yeah.
2 or less,
Yeah,
okay,
I
you're
only-
you're all set.
So
Yeah.
you could
I
get it
just
for a
don't know.
bonus, but you don't have to. I guess, like the Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Or does Dividaki?
Divinaki magic is like a sort of like a domestic understanding of like all magic, and
Okay.
but
So-
not very powerful magic. Like you couldn't really get like a fireball or something necessarily, but
But that like would apply to all those.
it doesn't
Plus
matter the
one,
color
that's
if it's
nice.
like a cost underneath. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
So
get 4.
uh,
And that's just
you go
4
back to
experience.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and you let her know what's going on, and maybe you guys
Like,
talk
hey,
amongst
look,
yourselves.
Like, I know that you're fucking fucked here. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do the best I can for you, but I don't have the kind of funds to cover that sort of a bill. Like, the only one that I know immediately who has that is Zebo. So I'm gonna go have to talk to him, and then I'll talk to him too about you know who. And
Yeah, you also know she's only got about 24 hours from admittance.
Yeah.
to-
yeah.
I have another one.
So what's the plan?
To go meet up with Gunvor,
Okay.
go back to the place that I don't want to go back to Pilgrim's Pardon,
Yeah.
and talk to Zebo about the situation. He's the only one that I know that would have any.
Okay. Brain jumps are expensive, but this is at least on the community bill.
Right,
So-
and here's the other aspect of it is the people that had hired me to look over Zebo are going to want to know that Zebo is sort of like gone soft-brained and checked out.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
and then maybe the people who hired me to keep an eye on Zebo would give a crap at least about Dolomite.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't think that they would give 2 S's
yeah,
about
so that would
Sabrina
be how-
because.
No,
The word of power would
the
count.
Centauri? No.
Right.
But-
They don't care about
So
anything.
every how they scroll.
But, like, you know,
Unless you have something they need. I mean,
You
Dol-
know,
Dolomite's
yeah.
good to have around.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they might put up some sort of.
well. So you're going back to Gunvor then.
yeah, and saying, hey, look,
So you get back.
things got.
You're heading back
sour.
to the ship.
Yeah.
And there's a containment seal on the passage back to the ship. And there's like a siren going off, and you see a bunch of workers out there, like mostly pigmen, like spraying down fires.
All
on the
right.
other side. And a security robot sort of treads in front of you. This area is off limits for the time being.
Okay, but what's going on? My ship is in there.
Which vessel?
Like
what is the registration of your vessel?
It's I don't know.
Do you know?
Whatever.
Give me a
Memory? Reason?
Give me a reason test. Give me a memory test.
5 what?
Yeah, you remember the registration.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something.
We regret to inform you that your vessel was destroyed.
Rat. Okay.
There were no survivors.
Ask him if it was arson or.
They say that we apologize, though by the terms of your contract for entry into Telegram Station, we are not liable for any damage from outside parties.
Who was the outside party? Do you know?
Unclear.
Great. Well, that's great.
God, that sucks.
I'm gonna go back to Sabrina and stick my thumb up my butt and hang out because there's not really a whole lot I can do.
You're heading back to Sabrina, and so you're in the hospital waiting room at this point, right? Like the discharge area, and you've been given, you signed the hollow papers and all that, and you're ready to go. But you are marked. You've got like a hollow mark, which is like can show up on your wrist, and you can be scanned from any direction. And you hear like a sick beat blasting through. It looks like it's like far away, but kind of coming closer. It doesn't sound like it's coming up over the PA necessarily, but you do hear that. And and pretty soon a gnome, a little gnome in like a white like a white suit with like a vape pen comes walking in. He's got like sunglasses on, like kind of like the sideways lightning bolt sunglasses, and he's got he's bald and he doesn't even have eyebrows, but he's got like a rocky growth structure kind of going all over the skin on half of his face and on his left hand. He comes walking in, accompanied by a pigman in with a mohawk and a boombox on his shoulder. It was also packing heat. He's got like a cleaver and he's got like a big chunky assault pistol at his side, and he's wearing sort of like these little slit glasses.
It's the kind of weirdest Rocksteady
It looks very much like that.
It's Space Radio Raheem.
And they're pink. They are pink. And he's wearing like red ribbed like impact armor. And they come in, and the gnome walks up to you and says, he kind of stands on one of the waiting room chairs and he says, "You're Sabrina, right? Do you have a last name?"
Victor.
Victor, Sabrina Victor. Right.
It's not the teenage witch.
No, unfortunately.
He says, "Is that who I'm dealing with?" Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, it is unfortunate. He says, "Turn that off," and the pig sort of turns off the sick beat, and he says, "So my name's Caskrin. I represent talent here and abroad, and my employer wanted me to come and talk to you about a little arrangement. Says, I know you're kind of hard up for money at the moment. I gotta just be upfront with you here. I'm also I'm wise to like a lot of other things that are going on right now."
Okay. Like what other things?
Like you came here with 4 people and now there's only 2 people. Things like that. Yeah. Savvy? Okay. Anyway, look. My employer wants to meet with you, and he sent me because I'm the most personable person he knows. And look, we're gonna pay your hospital bill if you just come along and have a little chat with my employer.
Ooh.
Do you represent this little outfit here? I know there's that little runty guy. Where did he go off to?
I don't know where he went.
This is the gnome.
This is the gnome.
So she agrees.
He's a very tall gnome. You know, I mean,
Arlo's
His
very.
head is
you don't
so
really have
his
big.
head, his head is like 4 feet tall.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
Arlo's a
That's
very
gross.
small person.
So she agrees.
Okay, you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Says, good. You're, says, you might already know us. I mean, give me a, like, study known worlds. Do you have any skills like that? No?
No.
Pop culture, anything?
Nope.
Sabrina's off the grid.
She's like,
Screws
no, I
off the
hate
bed.
all of this.
You can give me, like, a basic domestics, but it's probably going to be, give me, like, a reason test.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. 6'5".
6'5"?
Yeah.
You do recognize the pig. He went from the streets to the stovetop. He was a celebrity. He's a celebrity chef who used to be a ganger on Pig Earth. Who goes by the name Mbop. And he got in some financial trouble and went under when his slop fry food cart franchise kind of fell apart a few years ago, and haven't really heard from him since. But you remember this guy for sure. What's going on?
It's being weird.
Is it
Yeah, it's like
laggy or?
yeah, it's like Laurel said the sounds cutting in and out even.
No.
Yeah. Well,
We can only do what we can do.
Yeah, that's right.
So you recognize him, Bop. You don't know who the gnome is, but he said his name is Casper. Yeah.
Mbop is his boss.
Is it Castor Troy?
No, Mbop is not his boss. He says Mbop works for his boss. And he says, come with us and we're going to go off station for a little bit. Your friend going to be okay on his own, or?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't have anything to give him a message, so.
No, he's a big boy? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Then we'll follow us. And so the sick beats come back on as soon as you start walking. And everybody seems to know who the pig is, for sure. Like, as they walk by, like, people are like, oh, shit, that's Mbop. Yeah, you get to one of the bays and end up getting to a little port shuttle which takes you out to a ship which is docked off just outside of Teledrome space, around kind of on the other side of the planet that it's orbiting. And as the shuttle approaches, it sort of like shimmers like Klingon style out of its cloaking device, and there's this very sleek, silvery, like pointy ship, which is kind of
like a
waving.
Naboo sort of.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Yeah, but with like two little pod side bits which
Oh,
do that
okay,
as well. Yeah, and it's actually pretty big too. You go on board and you are brought to a large sort of like like a lounge area, like a place where it looks like a big disco. I mean, when you go in, there's just like there's flashing lights everywhere. There's like beanbag chairs all over the place. There's a guy like sitting there DJing at a DJ station, wearing like all white, and it's a white guy with like blonde dreads and like gold-plated teeth, and he's sort of just kind of looking at you like this as you come in.
She just rolls her.
Oh yeah, and there's at the end of this, like at the very like front where there'd be a stage for disco essentially, the floor starts to open up, and this big like pointy like gold embroidered throne like starts rising up out of the
It's Donald Trump.
out of the floor, and sitting there cross-legged is a like long cloaked man in like a white form-fitting suit that's like embroidered with gold designs, like kind of like arcane designs, and he's wearing this like kind of like white face shield. He's wearing like basically a really fancy heart suit essentially,
Okay.
and he's got like this like kind of arcane staff-looking thing with like this big like dragon wings up at the top and a massive like scintillating gem, and he says, this is a very soothing voice. Welcome to my ship. Please make yourself at home. Sabrina, yes?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you know who I am.
No.
Give me a Give me a reason test.
He wants to hear. Although Serena's kind of
5'4".
5'4"?
feisty.
Oh yeah, she is.
No, you actually don't know who he is. And Caskin says, "What do you? You say no?"
I have no idea.
Caskin's like, "That's Cocaine White." You don't know Cocaine White? Celebrity mage, celebrity mystic,
She's sure.
and you don't.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's spelled W-I-G-H-T. Just so you know.
Of course.
And he says, "No, it's fine. You know, not everybody stoops to watch the Teledrome channels. You know, Sabrina's a verser. She's out, you know, adventuring through the known world. She doesn't worry about my insignificant little shows." And he says, "You've already met Kaskrin and Umba.
Unfortunately.
These are my retinue. And this is DJ Razus." And he motions to the guy in the dreads and sort of. Razus. And
Oh man.
yeah, so Cocaine White tells you. Cocaine White tells you that he intercepted the transmission from Scoopers. He says that you've actually been double-crossed by Scoopers, and their one-time like associate Dolomite has been taken by a sub-affiliate. They're kind of like sort of the celebrity kidnapping game. They're known by Snatchers with a Z. And he says, but I happen to have a vested interest in the whereabouts of one Aldruna Monroe, as I hear that you know where she is.
I do.
This is very interesting to me. I know that you've made a deal with Stylo to sort of sick those filthmongers on her to give her some problems. The thing is, I know Aldruna, and I know that she's just going to go to ground as soon as they show up. This would be very bad because she has something that I want. I take it that you're enemies, yes?
Yeah.
Perhaps we can come to an arrangement.
Possibly. 5'4" intuition.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You want to give me a savvy?
I don't have savvy, but I'll.
The intuition is that works. That works.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this guy has a pleasant enough demeanor. I mean, you don't know that you can trust him, but if he's as famous as he says he is, then you know it kind of comes with some sort of limitations on what he can do.
Okay.
But he tells you that basically the EU'd have something that he wants, and if you know where they are, he'll go personally and deal with them. And he doesn't want any payment in return. He just wants whatever they have inside their in their possession.
What is it that he wants?
Says, "Are you familiar with their belongings?"
No.
I'd rather not discuss it. Is that a problem for you?
Then he won't be able to help you.
Oh, yeah, that is a problem. It's all very. It's all very arcane oriented. You know, if you're not a spellcaster, it wouldn't really be of any importance to you. But there's just a number of artifacts that you have collected which have mystical significance that I have interest in. Specifically, the guilds. The guilds are very interested in getting their hands on these artifacts. I am forbidden to speak about them, but I would like to acquire them. The way I see it, this cult is causing problems for you, and I can make those problems go away. And all it's going to take is me taking what they have.
Okay.
Well, your hospital bills are paid, and you've met with me, and that was the extent of that arrangement. If you want to turn away now and say goodbye, I won't hold that against you, and your bills will still be paid, and you'll still be free to go.
She's gonna go ahead and agree.
Okay. That's very good. You're trying to build a community there in, where is it? It's called, what is the name of the backwater dimension? Wellspring, yes. And you don't care about mystical artifacts and magical secrets, and that doesn't interest you. You just want
Not
that
at
stuff
all.
gone, right?
Right.
I can make that happen. Now, I will need you to be sworn to secrecy that we never spoke, of course, and nothing that's going to happen happened, and blah 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 blah. But Caskren will walk through the finer points of that with you.
Will I receive payment?
No, I'm sorry, but your payment will be that I'll make your problem go away, and in fact, I think we might even be able to find your friend.
Alright.
Would that be adequate?
That's adequate.
All right. Well, in that case, enjoy my hospitality. We'll go pick up your friend now, and let's see if we can't find where Terra Firma went to.
Alright.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
are back at Teledrome Station.
I'll be
You're heading to the hospital.
with my thumb up my butt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're heading to the hospital because that's right. You just left.
Yeah.
Right. And you find out that she's gone by the time you get back to the hospital.
You're having a great day.
What a day I'm having!
And you're informed that she left with a gnome and Bob.
You know what? Fuck this.
Spectrum so weird. I love it.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So-
enough with this day.
Yeah. So
I
you-
have enough credits for a room and a drink.
Time to drink till you can't feel feelings anymore.
So yeah. Okay. We'll come back to you guys then in a bit. So meanwhile, you figured out your stuff. Let's go to the Bloodlands.
So Eric, whatever that big monster thing was, Eric defeated it. With
Yeah, well, it was like its tendrils came out of the stand. You drove it off, or like you basically escaped it, and were able to get back to.
Well, I remember right before we cut that session, I was going to go back in there and make a deal with that creepy.
Yeah, and you and Odic, you and Odic were on your way there across the desert. And you left the soul cart and Furman and Overham.
Okay.
And you got attacked by these tendrils on your way over. But you just defeated them, and you got to the castle, and you decided to, like, they actually came attempting to come to your rescue, but you defeated it by the time they got there.
We arrived just in time.
Just in time, and then you all got into the castle and brought the cart in, so that it's safe from the tendrils pulling souls under the sand, which it would do apparently. And now you're on your way to speak with the Speaker of Unspeakable Things.
The speaker of yes. Mm-hmm. And I want to know where the hell my wolf went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's the Umbrivore, I believe, is the creature.
Okay.
Okay, so you're inside the sort of courtyard of this ruined castle. What do you want to do? These ruins.
Call out for the voice for the dude.
Yeah, the voice. Are you letting it enter your mind if it tries to penetrate?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm willing. I'm ready to make a deal with it.
Yeah, it tells you to come up to the tower and speak with it. And anybody going with, or is it just Eric?
I volunteer to go by myself.
Odic will request to go.
Yeah, you're my dude. You can come.
He's somehow surviving the whole. Yeah, I don't know. Eric would have seen that, like, or would Eric have noticed what was happening with Odic during that battle with the sword that he.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Odic healed his wounds by killing those, like cutting through those tendrils. Like his leg is back. He's back.
So as he was fighting.
Yeah. It's like
Your sword is
Maybe I should have kept that
back.
sword.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, but you get killed and come back.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different.
Furman's gonna stay outside